Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. Puppy, leave that kitty alone. Okay, it's been shitty weather here the last couple of days. Kind of drizzly and cloudy. Not real cold though. But there's got another cat over there, big orange one. He's been around here for years. Okay, so it's going to be in the 70s here in the next few days, or for the next week. But I'm going to start on painting a Nova. That's what this video is about. I got the 72 Nova here. Been ordering a bunch of parts for it. They should be trickling in day by day. I kind of put some plastic on the back here because we're going to repair the rusted back. Okay, the Nova's definitely dry. It's been sitting out here almost a week now. So I'm going to bring it up here and power wash it because I got a big problem with it, with that new Chinese carburetor. It just, I don't know, it's a hard time getting it to idle, and then once it idles, you put it in drive and it dies, and I've tried everything to fix it. So I ordered a carb kit for the old carburetor. So that won't be in for a while, but I'm going to go ahead and paint it. So I'm going to, so I probably got some hand prints of grease on it. So I'm going to wash it, pressure wash it real good, scrub it down with soap. And then we're going to bring it in the garage and mask up the stripes first. Okay, so the other problem I've been having is, if you remember a few months ago, my two ballast resistors went out on these two lights. And when I Google it, they're supposed to last 15 to 20 years. These lights are about 3 years old. So, of course, I fixed them too, and boom, this one here went out. So I go up to Lowe's, and they don't have them resistors anymore. Either that or they're short. I go to their website, and there's none on the website. So I ordered two, because I figured this one's going to go out here pretty soon too. So then I buy this light here from Lowe's, and I figure, well, I'll take the ballast resistor out of that, put it in this one, but no, they're different. So I just kind of rigged up that light there for now, because that's where we're going to paint the car right here, and I need that light, especially on the hood. Okay, so well, here comes the sun now. Hopefully it'll be like this for the next week. Okay, so the garage is not cleaned out like I'd like it to be, but what can you do? It's been kind of raining and stuff. I can't have stuff sitting outside. So I'm going to open up the doors here and see if I can blow out as much dust as I can. Because we got a lot of trash and bugs in it. No bugs now, so that's good. I'm just not sure when to paint it now, whether I should paint it at night or during the day. As I don't know, being in the 70s the next few days, there's probably going to be bugs out. Okay, so what we're going to paint it with, I went over this on a few videos, as I buy this Nissan 2K urethane. Actually, the silver paint's right. No, that's some black. Here's the silver here. Silver metallic. Now, it probably runs about 200 bucks a gallon now, if not more, because the prices have shot up. Now, my local paint store, he had these in the back room type thing with a bunch of other paint. A lot of this Nissan, but it was that synthetic stuff, and I like the 2K urethane full thing. So he had some of them, and I bought the silver. This was like last year, silver and this pewter. And I used the pewter on the '69 Chevy, and the silver I just had sitting around waiting for a car, and sure enough, we're going to use it on the 78 Nova. Okay, and if you already been following along, you know I painted the jams and under the trunk and everything with that silver. So we got enough to paint the whole car with. And then I bought some more black here, which I use for the stripes. That's the black. And I'll be using some of that on the 72 Nova for painting, you know, under the hood and the frames and all that stuff. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using. I got a whole bunch of this 1/4-inch tape. We're going to be using that to mask the stripes. Got my cheap Harbor Freight gun. I got another dud. I bought 2 more. And I got a bad gun that was all, it was just coming straight out, dribbling right out the front here. So this one was working good. It's just the cap was all crudded up like that. So I just used the new cap from the new gun and put it on the old gun. Seems to work. And then I got one more new gun in a box that I haven't opened yet. But yeah, that's 2 in a row. Twice in a row now I've got 2 duds. I buy 2. One was a dud, one was good. And then I just recently bought 2 more. One was a dud. Hopefully the other one's good. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using. Like I said, if you want to paint a car in your garage, just clean it out real good. And I think I got enough room here. I just shoved everything over here. And we'll see how it turns out. The only thing I'm worried about is that silver doesn't cover very good. And I'm probably going to have to put about 4 or 5 coats on there to cover it really good. And that sucks because like the black, I could paint 2, maybe 3 coats and it'd be good and it'll dry fast. Now that the weather's cooler, it's going to take about 5 coats and it's going to take a long time to dry. So hopefully no dust and bugs settle in it. Okay, so I think that's what all I need to go over right now. I'm going to pressure wash it. And we're going to bring it in here, let it drip dry and wipe it down a little bit, and start masking the stripes. So I will be back. Okay, guys. Ready to lay out the stripes. So we basically just got a blank canvas here. I can design them any way I want. Okay, the first thing you do, well, I forgot to mention in that last clip about the paint. The silver paint here, I paid 60 bucks for it, for the gallon. 60 for that, and 60 for this pewter. I bought them at the same time from my local paint store. And so what you want to do is you check your local paint store, and they'll have paint either in the back room, or paint that they mixed up for someone that they didn't like, or they mixed up paint that they screwed up, and they'll sell it real cheap. So I got that for $60 a gallon instead of like $200. Okay, so the stripes, the first thing you want to do, we're going to be using this 1/4-inch tape here, and you want to get a center point. So this hood here's got the body line right in the middle here. So we're going to lay a stripe down there. If your hood is flat, you want to measure it from here to here and then divide it in half, and then just make a little mark at the front and at the back, and then just lay a 1/4-inch stripe down the middle. Okay, then you decide where you want your stripe. You know, I'll probably go like here, a couple inches from the center, and then I think I'm gonna go almost to this body line here, probably over in here somewhere. So you measure from here to where you want it there, and then layer your other stripe however wide you want it, and then measure from there to there, and then do the exact same thing on this side, and then move to the back trunk, do that. And on this car, not very many people do it, but we're going to put the stripes on the roof also. It's going to be kind of time consuming doing it there. So we're going to do the, I don't know if I got bugs already on this or dust. I washed it all down and with soap and wiped it down there yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to lay out the front. I think I'm going to come down, well, I'll lay out what I just said first, and then we're going to come down and probably go along this edge here, and we'll put a line from there. I'll probably curve it, come down and curve it a little bit like this, and then curve it like that. But anyway, I'll be back. I'll lay out the stripes with the 1/4-inch tape, and I'll be back. Okay guys, here's the initial stripes outlined. Now, still got the center stripe here, so when you do it, keep measuring. Measure from here to here, all the way up top. Just keep measuring, because it's kind of hard getting that tape and getting it perfect. You just, you put it down there and then you eyeball it down here. So just keep measuring. Same with from here to here. Okay, so the next thing is you run a line of tape next to this one, and then another line beside that one. And then you take out the middle, so that way it'll be black here, and then I'll have a black, and then it'll be silver, and then a black stripe around it. Okay, so I'm fixing to do that. So I'll be back. Okay, I got the front done. So that's stay black. Then this will stay black. This here will be silver. And it just needs some masking paper from here to here. And that's it. So that's the front. Fixing to do the back. I'll be back. Okay guys, I got the front masked up. And then the back here. Been working on this thing all day. Fixing to quit for the day. Try to finish it up. Masking on this side and doing the stripes on the roof. And get all that done tomorrow. And I gotta sand all the black here. That's gonna be painted silver. So I still got a bunch of work to do. Probably another day's worth of work before I can paint it. But I'm gonna try to pull a late night tomorrow and paint it. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow. A few seconds for you guys. Okay guys, spent about another 6 hours masking this up, getting it ready to paint. I wiped it all down with a wet paper towel, and then I'm going to go over it with a tack rag right before I paint it. For hard to reach areas, or the sand areas, I use this Bulldog adhesive, and you can spray that around areas you think you haven't sanded very good, such as door handles, maybe edges, stuff like that. So I'm going to spot spray a few little spots like that. Then I'm going to use some of my epoxy primer here, and I'm going to put one coat over all the black. Okay, because the silver paint doesn't cover very good. I mean, it takes so many coats to cover it. I think I'm gonna have to be putting on 4 or 5 coats of this stuff. But it's about 75 degrees outside, perfect temperature. There's no bugs around, so I think we're good. And I got my other door set up here with a big fan, cardboard around the edges. There's no wind outside, so there's nothing coming in. So yeah, I think that's it. I'll set you up on a maybe regular time for 1 coat, and then some time lapse for some other coats. On the spray gun, it's kind of hard to show you with one hand, but on your paint gun here, this is your spray pattern. This one here, this one's how much paint is coming out of your gun. You kind of adjust both of them, but this spray pattern here, I'll adjust first and I'll show you. So if you're painting a car, use it. Always paint something. If you have never painted before with a paint gun, always test something. Either paint some cardboard or paint a junk car or some junk panels or something. But we're gonna let me see if I can find a marker here. When you use that spray pattern gun, adjust it all the way one way and it'll come out like that. It'll come out just, and you adjust it out until you get a pattern about like this. So when I set you up on the tripod and show you, I'll test it on here and you'll see I'll start here and then spread it out to about there. So what you want to do when you're painting like a panel like this is to go about half and half. So start up here about like this, go across, and then your next coat would be down like this, and your next coat would be down like this. See? So you overlap it. Okay? Now metallics are a little bit weird because the metallics, so people call it like streaking or the other words for it, and it looks like the metallics are just straight across. So you got to kind of fog usually the last coat or two. You got to thin it down a little bit and fog it, and then that way you'd open up this a little bit more and you'd cross it like this, and then maybe go the other way and cross it like a thin coat just to get the metallics kind of even. That's why I don't really like painting metallics or the light silver like this, because it takes too many coats. Like I said, if it was black, I could paint a car with 2 or 3 coats of black, but this is going to take 4 or 5 coats at least, and maybe a couple of fog coats after that. So anyway, I'll set you up on the tripod here in just a few minutes. guys, she's painted. On that time lapse, that was me painting the third coat, and then I put 2 coats, misted 2 coats of thinned down paint there to so the metallic didn't look all splotchy. It turned out okay. There's no bugs. Well, there's a little something there, but a little orange peely because of them mist coats, but and I got 2 little sags, one here and one there. And it's a little splotchy right in here. But overall, pretty good. Turned out pretty good. A lot better than that black did. There's no dust or trash or oh shit. I got a bunch of runs right there. Well, that's all right. I can touch it up later. Okay, it's still a little tacky. I'll come back. I'm gonna leave it in here for a day or 2, but I'm gonna come back maybe in a few hours and unmask the stripes just to show you what they look like before I end the video. Okay, so I'll be back later. Okay, I got it all unmasked. This is how she looks. It's not the best paint job, but it's good enough for a driver. It's not no show car. I think I'll probably drive this one there if I can get that carburetor fixed. Here's the stripes on the roof. We'll just have to do a few little touch-ups on it, but looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry for a day or so, and then I'm gonna put the I got the marker lights, this molding here, the mirrors. Still gotta paint the headlight buckets, put them in there. Carburetor kit's supposed to be here tomorrow. I'm gonna put that on there. Bunch of little stuff, and then I'll do another video on it, mainly to tell y'all how much it costs to build this thing, and parts, materials. I don't even know. I haven't even added it up, so I couldn't even tell you right now. I got everything written down. I just haven't added it all up. So I'm gonna do that for the next video, probably here in another 3, 4, 5 days, something like that, and get it all carb kit on there running good. Bring it outside. May do another test drive in it. I can't remember since that first drive whether that was before I put all the new shocks and stuff like that on it, and body bushings and stuff like that. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, we'll take it for another drive. I still have a stereo to put in it. I haven't picked one out yet. I got a bunch from some junk cars. So I still got a few things to do to it. Mainly, yeah, the main thing is the carb kit and the stereo. So anyway, I'll end this video for now. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button there, be notified of my new videos. And like I said, I'll make one more video on this one at least, and then I'm on the 72 actually right now. While this was drying today, I was working on the 72, fixing more rust. So stay tuned for that. build also. That's the next one. So yeah, we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.